In the last reflection, we spoke of an image of the universe as cold, empty and indifferent, and of how deeply that image has entered our lives. But images are never harmless. From this vision of the world, many other consequences follow, and they do not remain in the realm of ideas. One of the first things we lose is our old sense of responsibility toward the world itself. For if we are nothing to the world, and the world is nothing to us, if maid is no longer a little universe, and universe no longer a great maid, then why should we treat her with reverence? Why should we not plunder her? Why should we not exhaust and destroy her? When bonds of meaning and loyalty dissolve, even self-preservation no longer restrains us. We begin, quite calmly, to saw off the very branch on which we sit. And as the universe fragments in our imagination from a living, meaningful whole into a scattering of unrelated objects, separated by immense distances of cold black space, so too does our social world begin to unravel. Most of us feel this long before we can name it, in loneliness, in anxiety, in the quiet sense that something essential has gone missing. The ties of loyalty loosen, tradition weakens, trust erodes. Each individual is left increasingly alone, an isolated unit, fending for herself in what feels like a vast and alien world. The image above becomes the pattern below. And yet, even if we agree that we would be better off with a meaningful cosmos, a universe that reflects maid, or rather, of which she herself is a reflection, that agreement alone does not help us. For a comforting vision is useless if we cannot believe it to be true. If the traditional mythic visions of the cosmos are true, then they are not decorative stories. They are fundamental. There is no getting behind them. If they are true, then they explain the human mind and human culture, not the other way around. And if they are not true, then they are of no use to us at all. The answer shapes how we live, what we protect, and what we allow ourselves to destroy. So we must ask, has a modern worldview disproved or merely displaced the ancient understanding of an intelligent, intelligible cosmos? Because if it has not disproved it, we may be making a terrible mistake. We may be cutting ourselves loose from our psychic moorings, displacing ourselves from our natural place in the universe, and inflicting profound damage not only upon ourselves, but, if the traditional view is right about the deep bond between maid and the cosmos, upon the world itself. And all of this needlessly. In this series we will examine the traditional view of the cosmos in its feminine form, not because it is fashionable, but because it is older, far older than the masculine versions that came to dominate in relatively recent historical cultures. We turn to it for two reasons. First, because it is primordial, the oldest form of the one great human tradition. And second, because much of the crisis of the modern world may lie in the overvaluation of the masculine and the forgetting of the feminine. Many women today are searching for answers to the questions pressing upon our civilization, answers that can only be provided by traditional wisdom. Yet the patriarchal form that wisdom has taken over the last few millennia can feel alien, even hostile, to the feminine psyche. Still, this message is not only for women. In a world starved of the feminine, just as it is starved of symbolic depth and mythic truth, the timeless voice of the universal feminine tradition may yet come as a healing balm. So we must begin at the beginning. Before we can ask what was lost or how it might be recovered, we must begin where tradition always begins, by asking a simple question. What is traditional view?